Hello everyone, my name is Holden Hardman, and today I wanted to take a look at my top 10 favorite moments in Dragon Ball Z that exclude any type of first-time transformations or any time a major villain has been defeated. When I first was trying to jot down this list, most of it ended up being like, well, the first time Goku became a Super Saiyan, yeah, that was pretty great. Or when Gohan became a Super Saiyan 2 for the first time, I got goosebumps. Maybe the fusion of Goku and Vegeta into Vegito, etc, etc. I also wanted to avoid any big villain defeats like when Goku killed Kid Buu with the Spirit Bomb, so having these types of restrictions really made me focus on specific events that happen in the series that may not normally get as much attention as they probably deserve. And bear in mind, everyone, that this top 10 list is just my opinion and should be treated as such. And before I even begin, make sure to let me know what your favorite moment in Dragon Ball Z was, and feel free to include Super Saiyan transformations or any big moments like that. Number 10. Goku's nightmare of androids 17 and 18. When Goku was still recovering from his heart virus, he had a nightmare of androids 17 and 18 coming to his home and killing everyone he loves. What made it even worse and even more terrifying for me as a young lad watching this was that in his dream, Goku was a ghost and tried fighting the androids but couldn't physically touch them. All he could do was watch helplessly as the androids murdered his family. One of the more surreal moments of this nightmare was when Goku's astral form watched the androids go over and murder him. What made this dream even more eerie than that, though, was that at this point in the series, Goku had never even seen androids 17 and 18, yet he still dreamed so vividly about them. Number 9, Goku attempts to leave Frieza and powers down to his base form for the first time. During the epic battle on planet Namek, Goku had effectively defeated Frieza.
You've challenged and lost to a fighter who is superior to you.
For a moment, Goku attempted to let Frieza live so that Frieza could live in his own misery of knowing that a low-class Saiyan had defeated him, and because Frieza was no longer a threat to Goku.
You're not even a challenge to me anymore.
In this moment, Goku powered down to base form for the first time and attempted to leave the planet. Frieza, of course, couldn't take the ultimate humiliation of losing to a Saiyan, and that's when he threw those Destructo Disc-style attacks at Goku, which would ultimately lead to his real defeat. And seeing Goku transform into a Super Saiyan again on planet Namek was a little bit of a bonus.
You truly are a helpless fool! And this is how you repay me?
Number 8. Vegeta becomes Majin Vegeta. And no, I don't count this as a regular transformation. While infiltrating Babidi's ship, Vegeta allowed Babidi to take control of his mind and body in exchange for a massive power increase. Of course, we find out that Vegeta never really intended for himself to be a servant of someone else, and really just wanted the power increase to defeat Goku. After Vegeta's more recent passive lifestyle, he resented the fact that he had become so peaceful after being one of the most ruthless conquerors in the universe.
I was the perfect warrior, cold and ruthless. I lived by my strength alone.
He even admitted that no amount of training would allow him to overcome Goku.
But you've been born with a natural talent far beyond my own. No amount of training could have closed the gap between us.
The battle that would follow between Goku and Vegeta was a wonderful homage to the original battle of Goku and Vegeta at the very beginning of Dragon Ball Z. I also want to give an honorary mention of Vegeta's final atonement in the series, where he destroys himself in an attempt to defeat Majin Buu. It's one of the most heart-wrenching moments in the entire series, and really brings Vegeta's character in full circle, as he is now sacrificing himself to save not only his family, but even Goku. Number 7. The arrival of Trunks. There was once a time in Dragon Ball history where we were so hyped for the appearance of a new character that we couldn't even think straight. And that was the appearance of Trunks. Remember, Frieza was the most intimidating and overpowered character in the entire series up until this point. Even in Super, he's been able to keep up with characters with immeasurable power. So seeing Trunks appear in an episode literally titled Mysterious Stranger effortlessly take out all of Frieza's men like it was nothing was just staggering. And then shortly after that, seeing him transform into a Super Saiyan, jaw-dropping. At the time, nobody knew who he was, and him transforming into a Super Saiyan made no sense to any of us because, again, at the time, we knew that there were only a handful of Saiyans left and we had already met them in the show. So seeing this mysterious stranger show up, transform into a Super Saiyan, and make quick work of not only Frieza but also his father would have a lasting impact on all on all of us die-hard Dragon Ball Z fans. Number 6. Goku versus Pikkon. After Goku's death fighting Cell, we are gifted with one of the funnest and shortest tournaments in Dragon Ball Z. Even though all of this was filler and absolutely none of it was in the original manga, a lot of us still really enjoyed the character of Pikkon. Even more so, we all enjoyed the tournament where Goku and Pikkon battle it out and represent their respective quadrants in the universe. The battle unfortunately ends with a technical disqualification for both Goku and Pikkon, where they touched the ceiling of the arena and therefore were both disqualified. Number 5. Trunks returns to the future. One of the most satisfying wrap-ups in Dragon Ball Z, in my opinion, was seeing Trunks return to his nightmarish timeline and confronting the androids that killed like 90% of the people in his world, including his mentor Gohan. Seeing Trunks return, more powerful than ever, and destroying the androids without any effort was so satisfying. But not only did he destroy the androids, but he was ready to confront Cell as well, and destroyed him too, creating peace in his universe. At least until Dragon Ball Super. Number 4. Gohan fights Super Buu. After Gohan's epic Super Saiyan 2 transformation, whenever he fought Cell, and of course that amazingly epic battle, Gohan eventually became less intimidating. For many fans, we were all expecting and wanting Gohan to take over the show as the main protagonist at this point. Goku had just died. Gohan was now the most powerful being in the show. Everything just seemed to fit to move on from Goku and continue on with Gohan as the main character. Unfortunately, Gohan became pretty weak in the coming years after that and lost that quality that made him so epic. Still a really powerful fighter, but nowhere near the potential that he was whenever he first fought Cell. That's why, when Elder Kai unleashed Gohan's hidden potential, everyone got so excited. Gohan confronting Super Buu as Ultimate Gohan and just absolutely beating the crap out of him was so refreshing. Gohan just absolutely pummeled him and toyed with him, which, let's admit, is a major flaw of Gohan's overconfidence, but we still enjoyed every minute of it. Number 3, Goku versus Vegeta, the initial conflict, the very first battle. You couldn't have a top 10 list of best moments in Dragon Ball Z without including this fight. I mentioned earlier that the battle between Majin Vegeta and Goku was an homage to this fight. It was this conflict that really put Dragon Ball Z on the map for many of us, and it was the repercussions of this battle that would have an impact on Goku and Vegeta's relationship for the entire series. Fun fact as well, it was also one of the few moments in the series that Vegeta was actually stronger than Goku. Number 2, Goku's I am speech, and I already know there's a lot of argument over this speech. I'm well aware of that. It's one of the most controversial issues in the entire series. It comes from Goku's battle with Frieza. It stems from possible translation issues from the Japanese to English, and some seemingly out-of-character declarations from Goku. Compare Goku's sense of righteousness and responsibility for the protection of everyone in this moment to how in Dragon Ball Super he pretty much puts everyone's life on the line just so he can fight some strong guys. Regardless, in the moment, this speech was so inspiring that we couldn't turn our eyes away from the screen. The entire speech had some allegorical Christian undertones in it as well, with many of the lines directly coming out of the New Testament.
I am the hope of the universe. I am the answer to all living things that cry out for peace. I am protector of the innocent. I am the light in the darkness. I am truth. Allied to good! Nightmare to you!
Let's not forget the exact parallels between Jesus' final words on the cross and Goku's final words when he defeated Frieza.
It's finished.
It's done.
What do you mean?
Regardless of the religious stuff, this moment would go down as a fan favorite and is personally one of my favorite moments in the series. Number 1, Vegeta's speech that Goku is the best. In this dialogue, Vegeta takes us through every significant event in all of Dragon Ball Z. He talks about Goku's willingness to take on any challenge and put his life on the line for the people that he loves, even if the challenge is greater than himself.
I used to fight for the sheer pleasure of it, for the thrill of the hunt, and yet you showed mercy to everyone, even me.
He acknowledges Goku's strength, both internal and external, that allows Goku to constantly exceed Vegeta.
How can a Saiyan fight like that and at the same time be so gentle that he wouldn't hurt a fly?
It is the only time Vegeta has ever acknowledged Goku as his superior in the entire series.
You're better than me, Kakarot. You are the best.
It's poetic, it's nostalgic, it's epic. It's everything we've come to love about Dragon Ball Z and the characters that we've come to love over the past 30 years. And that's my list, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed it. There are a lot more moments that I loved in the series, some of which came to mind after I already made my official list. So definitely make sure to leave me a comment letting me know what your favorite moment in the series was. Leave me a like if you enjoyed this video. It helps my channel out a lot. And consider subscribing for more fun content like this. As always, I appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Take care.